saw how many Culvers there were here. Was that like
very disappointing?
You made the right decision? Disappointing?
No. I mean, it was pretty cool. I think there's one about like 10 miles from here or something like that. So every now and then you'll get a good cheese curd, but it's not like every 3.5, 3 blocks away you get a good Culver's.
Just how much are you looking forward to going back home and playing?
I'm hyped. I mean, I already got about like 30 tickets. I think I need another like 40. So I'm like kind of scrounging the guys for a couple. But no, I mean, I'm super pumped to go back and play over there. I think I'm 1-1 there right now from high school. Yet we lost our state championship my freshman year, so got to beat 500.
Your role is the same as it was when you played there 2 years ago.
Yep.
I think you obviously would acknowledge that you're a significantly different player.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to you to go back and feel like this version of yourself having a chance to play?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to go and play with a lot more confidence than I had back then. I have a lot of trust in what we got going on here right now, and I mean, as an O-line group, and obviously got a lot of trust in our backfield. So I'm excited to go, put on a field, make it happen.
What are the biggest differences you feel you see in yourself from where you were at this time 2 years ago?
Yeah, probably just a lot of confidence. I mean, like 2 years ago, playing a lot more reactionary. I didn't really, fully understand like why things were going on or what was happening. I kind of had to rely, a lot more on the guys around me. But now it's a different position where I get to, kind of step into a little bit more of a leadership role and have other guys kind of rely on me and what I'm looking at and how I can, see what's happening and kind of diagnose that. So it's just a, same position but completely different, feel for the game.
How much does going up against Matt Patricia's defense every day in practice help with that recognition of the game?
It helps a lot. It sucks. Obviously that defense is insane. You're thinking you're doing good, and all of a sudden he brings like zero pressure out of nowhere on P10. You're like, all right, like, that sucks. But no, he's a fantastic, coordinator and even a better mind. He'll come around and he'll ask, like, you're all good, like all the time. You good? You good? You just got to kind of understanding more about, even my position, because he coached O-line before as well. So he obviously knows a lot about us, and he's like, if you ever want to learn football, come and let me know, because he knows everything, not just defense or D-line or D-backs, but he knows everything about the game, so it's pretty cool.
When did that confidence develop? You were kind of talking about being more confident. When did you kind of feel yourself start to become that confident guy that you are now?
I wouldn't really, say that there was a specific time or something like that. I think just like over time, like building that confidence, through repetitions of, being consistent, and whether it's calls or in actions that we do on the field or stuff like that, kind of builds that confidence, doing it consistently over time. But yeah, like being in a position where I'm at now, I obviously have a lot to grow yet, a lot to learn yet, and a lot more confidence, to continue to have. But as of right now, I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot.
Carson, are you surprised that there's struggles there? What do you hear about lost 4 in a row? I was watching the Barry Alvarez show today, and they're just like, this is unacceptable kind of thing. Surprise you?
Yeah, obviously, I can't speak too much on what's going on over there. They're still a good team. Their defense is like top 5, rush defense in the country. So it's still going to be a battle. That front seven's really good, and the way they play, the way how they play, is a little bit different than guys we've played this season so far. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, like I said, I can't speak too much on the coaches and stuff like that. Obviously, it's kind of hard seeing your hometown and team you rooted for your whole life up until you committed. Obviously not doing so great, but they're still a great team. It's still been great.
They're looking for any sign of hope. Right?
Exactly. They're a desperate team. Desperate teams are dangerous. So going after them is going to be it's going to be a battle. Camp Randall is always a battle, so it's going to be fun.
How big of a Wisconsin fan were you growing up?
Huge. So every birthday I had, my mom would like paint something on the windows and stuff like that, and she'd always like paint like Bucky Badger like on the windows, and we'd like do like dress up and stuff like that. I dressed up as like Wisconsin Badger fan my whole life. I always carried around a Wisconsin lunch pail like until I graduated high school. I was everything I had was Badger my whole life. So yeah.
Did you ever dress up as Bucky?
I never got that far. No, I was like deathly afraid of mascots when I was a little kid. So loved them, but from a distance.
How close were you to going to Wisconsin?
Very close. I think, I kind of tell the story every now and then, but like, one night like we were coming back. I think it was from like one of my sister's games or something like that. We were in the car and. I was almost committed there, I was like, well, let's call him. And it was like really, really late or something like that. And I don't think Coach Rudolph answered at the time. Or I was like, maybe I'll think about it the next day. And the next day, I think we called him. I was like, thinking about something or something like that. But then it kind of went on, thought about it more, and obviously committed here. So it was pretty close.
Hope you have Kenyatta Jackson on the goal line.
I think just the people, honestly. I mean, like, I was so used to, I thought that just, like, the culture down there was like the Wisconsin culture, obviously, like being tough, nobody cares, work harder, that kind of thing. And then, come here and you see something different. But it was different, but I think it almost felt more like home than Wisconsin did at the time. And obviously, you want to be part of a winning culture, and that's what we had here. And if you want to be the best, you got to be able to play with the best. So, I mean, that was a big pull.
You said Wisconsin defense is different than anything you guys have seen this year. How so?
I mean, just the way they play. I mean, a lot of their defense. I think their defensive front is one of the best we've seen this year in terms of, like I said, their strategy. I mean, not all the time are they. I guess I'm not going to give too much on it, but like I guess the way they play is just differently, and we got to be ready for that. I mean, like I said, they're not a bad front by any means. They said I would say they're a huge strength to that team right now, and that's going to be something we're going to have to deal with, which I'm super excited for.
Carson, how do you guys in the O-line room feel about where your running game is right now?
Very confident. I mean, we have a long way to go. There's a lot of football left. I mean, we just hit midway. We crossed the kind of the bridge of midway right now. But there's a lot of football left. But I think we're really confident what we got going on right now.
Coach Day mentioned something about, like, at this point in the season, 6 games in, kind of figuring out what you guys do best. Maybe like kind of what do you hang your hat on, so to speak. How much feedback do you guys as players give the coaches of, like, we like this and this and this, let's try to do more of that instead of maybe these things that we're not so comfortable at?
Yeah, sometimes you'll find stuff like that. I mean, I think a great group is one that a coach can go, it doesn't really matter where they're going to play, we're going to get at least, we're never going to get TFL, we're at least going to get some 4 yards or something like that. I think that's, you find a great group like that, which, I mean, I don't think our guys are very picky and we're running as long as we're, scoring. But every now and then I guess we'll kind of find a player or something like that, like, it feels really good. The guys feel really happy and rolling on this kind of player, this kind of protection or something like that. But usually we're just happy to play any kind of ball.
How much does changing run game coordinator matter to an offensive line? It's 3 of them in 3 years for you guys. Feels like 3 different styles of offensive line play. How much do you think that has limited the explosive plays that are expected to come down to your group?
I don't really know if that I would say it's limited. I mean, I think it's just the difference in playing style and play calling. However, I mean, you get into different games right now. I mean, the way college football is looking right now, I mean, there's not huge high-scoring games anymore. But I think the way we're rolling right now has been great. I mean, I think I've been, I'm super confident in Coach Hart's play calling. Obviously, Chip Kelly was an insane mind. Coach Wilson back in the day, I mean, he was good as well. I said I've never been more confident in a coach calling plays right now because, I mean, obviously it's working.
Two more questions.
Have you watched the game tape of 2 years ago? What do you think?
It was rough. I had no idea really what I was doing. I was just kind of playing ball and hoping, stuff didn't go wrong. So,
Watching it going like that.
exactly, yeah. Watch you get a little red in the face, got turned off a little bit, and get back to it. But no, I'm just excited to go back and try to redo that a little bit.
You've had some backup centers here with Luke, obviously, Seth last year. What did you take from those guys that have kind of influenced you and got you where you are right now? Like what kind of leadership qualities, on-field stuff, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, Luke and Seth were completely different people from Harry Miller and Josh Myers before them. I mean, it's you find different qualities in each person. I think, like Luke, I mean, he was like that gritty kind of Jersey guy, kind of snort like snorts all the time a little bit, and always kind of spitting. But like he's always that kind of guy who's like that gritty dude who's like good to take the qualities of, like, man, he's tough. Like, no matter what's happening, like, that's gonna be a tough dude. I mean, Seth equally is tough, but he, like, both of those guys, I guess I should say both, like, huge football IQ guys. I mean, like, extremely smart at football. Seth was a little bit more laid back. Definitely would get, like, hot and moving when we needed him, but he was a great leader in the aspect of, like, man, I'm never going to get too high, never going to get too low, but he's just a very consistent player, I guess, was what I took away from Seth. And, I mean, Harry, just, like, wisdom. I mean, Harry knew everything. He still knows everything. If you ever watch his TikToks right now, I mean, he knows literally everything. But, yeah, I mean, like, you take a little bit from everybody, so it's been cool to, like, even reach out to those guys now whenever I need to. Like, they're more than happy and, answered any question I have.
All right, Carson, thank you.
Harry's TikTok.